Pick a move in the ring. You can hit me with a word you fling.
He never comes on the show. Oh, it's Sage.
Oh, Sage is next. All right.
Oh, damn. We better cancel that Ben Askren hype.
Let's get Sage in here.
Sage.
Yo, what's up,
Sage?
guys?
Oh, good to see you. We thought we were getting Ben Askren first before you, so we were just preparing to interview Ben. Yeah, but we'll go with Sage. Yeah. How are you doing, man?
Virtually identical. No.
Yeah.
Virtually identical.
Hey, do you want my phone sideways or do you want it vertical?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, it doesn't matter with this one.
All right, cool. Might go this way. All right, cool.
All right, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So you're back home?
Yeah, back home. Yeah, I was in Singapore for about 10 days, filming The Apprentice, and now I'm back.
What was your role over there on The Apprentice? We got to get deep into that.
Man, I want to get deep into it. They said I can't really say much because I can't release anything. I can't spoil anything. They were pretty hardcore about me not giving away anything. So
okay.
Yeah, but I could say Brandon Vera was there with me. I think Ben Askren was getting into Singapore right as I was leaving. I know Mighty Mouse is coming after. Right before me was GSP and Enzo Gracie. So that's pretty cool.
Who did you get to work with directly, though? Could you tell us that?
Oh, yeah. I got to work with Brandon Vera, the champ. Yeah, he's cool. He's super cool. Yeah, I don't know if y'all have interviewed him or not, but he's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Brandon fighting again soon? Because he's been out for a while. Did he tell you he's got a fight lined up?
No, he didn't say exactly a date. I know it's been kind of weird because here in the U.S., like there's been, especially California, it's been like lockdowns after lockdowns and the gym's being shut down and stuff. So like for him, he's a heavyweight. I know it's hard for him to find training partners along with like a lot of other guys. So hopefully soon, probably the beginning of the year.
What about you, Sage? When are you fighting? It's been a while, right? How's the, you got the all clear yet after that injury or what?
Yeah, I've been healing up, getting better. Been getting scans. Just waiting to get completely good. I just want to make sure everything's set, but looking to fight the beginning of the year. So I know all this COVID stuff's been really weird. One's opened back up, so that's really nice. I got to just travel for the Apprentice to Singapore, so that was really cool knowing you can travel. It was unfortunate that you're quarantined the whole time you're there, unless I had filming. But yeah, so beginning of the year, that's what I'm shooting for.
We got someone saying here, you look swole, 190 pounds.
Thanks.
I mean, so you're planning to go to featherweight though, right? So, I mean, what's that been like transitioning to the new weight class? 2 weight classes down, I think, from your one championship debut at welterweight.
Yeah, my one championship debut was at 185. So that's such a big weight class. For my frame, my body structure, I'm too young for that weight class at the moment. I was drinking a couple gallons of water and still underneath the weight. So yeah, so for that, that wasn't my right weight class, but going back down, I think it's gonna be great for me. Recently I've just been staying in shape. I mean, with all the lockdown stuff and since COVID happened, I've been hitting the weights hard, the fitness hard. So yeah, I've been staying in shape as much as possible. And now the gyms are opening back up. Of course, I'm gonna be training crazy amount of MMA and getting ready for a fight. So it's gonna be good.
Have you got any idea of who you want to fight? Is there a name in that division? Maybe you want to make a statement or what? Someone outside the top 5 inside? I don't know. How are you planning this? You're going to start slow, try and build your way up in there?
Yeah. So it's been, like you said, it's been about a year since my injury, just been healing up and stuff. So yeah, I want to come back, have a fight first, then work my way up. And obviously I still have the same mentality to be the champ. I believe I'm going to be the champ because now more than ever, I'm like, man, I'm going to be training harder than ever and improving little things here and there. So no one in mind at the moment. I'm just going to see what one championship says and take the first fight, one fight at a time.
Stylistically, you match up very well against some of the top guys in that division, some of the top 5 guys in the division, especially the champion. He's a dynamic striker. You also a dynamic striker. Martin Nguyen, dynamic striker. Yourself a dynamic striker. So building yourself up would be great, but I feel like a lot of people want to, because who you are, they want to throw you in with the Lions. Right.
No, that's going to happen. Don't worry. Are you kidding me? Man, I'll be so excited. Yeah, I agree with you too. I think stylistically, like you're saying, the top guys, it's gonna be super exciting fight. So I can't wait for that to happen. It's gonna be super exciting for sure. And I think when you have two guys that are super skilled or similar skill set or whatever it is, brings out the best in them. So in the future, that's gonna be great for sure.
We had a fan here, Tristan, asking if you want to fight Tan Lee, the new champ. You're happy to take on all comers or what?
Oh, I've never been a person to turn down any fighter. I've always talked about with my coaches and then obviously the organization that I fight for and stuff to see what they have in mind. But obviously, I mean, he's now the champ. Tan Lee he just fought Martin Nguyen, as you're talking about. Obviously, I like to get back out there, have a fight first and work my way up. I mean, that's my plan and then fight him in the future.
With that fight, with Tan Lee and Martin Nguyen, were you in Singapore when that fight was happening?
No, actually, I missed it. I was in Singapore maybe like a week later.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to Singapore about 10 days ago, 10, 11, 12 days ago. So,
okay.
No, I missed that one.
But did you watched it though? So what did you think about that final exchange? That was pretty crazy. Yeah,
it sure was, man. They're both super skilled. Like you were saying, Martin Nguyen too. He's known for having powerful right hand and striking. So, that was great performance by both of them. But Tan Lee, that was awesome. He's now the champ.
Someone here asking, how are you going to get down without the dehydration? How are you going to cut all the weight? Are you going to start like a process? How long will that take to make the featherweight safely? Because one, you have to pass the hydration tests, obviously.
Oh, that's nothing for me. Making the weight, because I mean, I always eat super clean. If you're around me or you see the stuff I post, I'm always eating like super clean, trifecta foods, clean as it gets. I eat like a ridiculous amount of food all the time. But as your training increases and as your cardio increases, as you get closer to a fight, everything starts to slim down because you're burning so many calories and you're training so much in a day. So it's like for me, I might train 2 or 3 practices every single day, getting closer to the fight. And that's like an hour and a half in the morning, hour and a half, 2 hours a night, and then like an hour in between. So that much training, you naturally just slim down. There's not really any weight cutting. It's just part of the process.
Is your metabolism at such a high rate that's why you have to eat so much? Because if you don't eat, it's just you're gonna lose too much.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, you also want to try to maintain your strength and stuff, so that way you have punching power, all the strength that comes with grappling, defense, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, metabolism gets going so fast. That's how it is with a lot of fighters, especially me. I guess my genetics and everything and the amount of cardio that I do and stuff, it's always going super fast. So you burn a lot of calories. If I had to say, I probably eat like when I'm training super hard coming up for fights, unless I'm cutting back my food, I probably eat like, I can't even tell you how many pounds of food. Like each meal, if I weigh it, it's probably like 2+ pounds each meal I eat. And that's not including any water or anything. It's like, so it's a lot of food. And then sometimes I eat 4 or 5 times a day. So that's that's pretty much like 8-10 pounds of food. It's a lot.
Have you ever thought about, making an instructional for like how to build the Sage body?
Actually, yeah, I've thought about it. I've had a lot of people message me on Instagram and social media stuff saying, hey, Sage, you should release like a book or like different things about like everything. Like I've been through a lot of experiences like maintain my weight, trying to maintain muscle while you're doing cardio, like how to stay ripped, like keeping your abs. There's so many different things that like depends on the food you eat and like your body's made in the kitchen, but also being consistent with your training. So yeah, I've thought about it. I think I'll probably do that in the future sometime. It'd be a good idea.
We talk about food, Sage. So we got another fan question just asking if you missed some Texas brisket.
You know it. Definitely. Hey, I was in Texas recently. Oh man. Yeah, I was eating some brisket. My family's got a grill outside. They were grilling up all sorts of food. So Texas brisket's one of the best.
You have the biscuits too? Or, I mean the
biscuits with the biscuits.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Gotta get those carbs.
I missed that too. Tex-Mex. If we talk about Texas, Tex-Mex, come on. You can't beat Tex-Mex.
Right? No way.
How much do you weigh now? We got another question here from Migs asking you, what are you at the moment?
I don't know. I wish I had a scale on here. I'd hop on the scale right now for you, but I don't know actually how much I weigh right now. I got back from Singapore and I was eating eat a lot of food and obviously different culture food and stuff, but always eat super clean. So one of my favorite things in Singapore I ate was barramundi fish. I think it's called the Asian sea bass. It was super good. It was like probably one of my favorite fishes I had. It was so soft. Like you can cut it with a spoon, it just falls apart. But yeah, I don't know how much for it now.
So have you been going over to the training lab with your sister? Have you been training over there?
Oh, I went over there a couple times with her, just kind of training with her and her husband, Raymond Daniels, my new brother. So just hanging out with them both, getting some training in. But I'll be traveling up here probably here in the next week or so to go train at Team Alpha Male. So yeah, I'm excited for that. It's going to be really awesome. Sacramento. When I was in Singapore, I got a little bit of training in Evolve in Singapore. So that was really cool. While I was there for 10 days, the first 2 days I was in Singapore, they had me quarantine in the hotel, obviously making sure that your tests come back negative for COVID and check your temperature and stuff. But that was fun at Evolve too.
Who did you train with over at Evolve? Or were you working with the Muay Thai coaches? What were you doing?
Yeah, I mostly got some working by myself just because of the restrictions with the Singaporean government. Yeah, having to kind of be social distance and stuff. But no, I would have loved to jump into classes and stuff with the guys, but next time.
You must be excited to get actually back to Team Alpha Male. Man, they're on an incredible run right now with some of the fighters. You know, Corey McKenna, she's a big prospect coming up to a young girl. You know, I spoke with her before her last fight. You know, what is the plan up there? Who are you going to work with, and what are you going to focus on?
Yeah, Corey, first off, Corey's going to keep getting better. I know Corey because she was at the gym before actually my last fight. And yeah, she's great. She's always constantly improving and learning so fast. So that's really cool. She's really young too. I think don't get me wrong. I think she's 21, I believe. She's
the youngest fighter in the UFC.
She is, right? That's what I thought. Yeah. So that's awesome. Especially her last fight, her fight she just had I think it was just the other day. I watched it. Yeah. Yeah, she did great. She won that and that was good. Yeah, so when I get to Team Alpha Male, I mean, I'm obviously practicing everything, but I've watched my fights, all my fights actually, especially my last fight, over and over and over, like picking out little things here and there to try to improve on over the past year. So going to be improving on several things, making myself better as fast as possible, and going to be working so much, a wide variety of stuff.
We had more fan comments and questions.
Okay.
One just asking, Sage, do you always have this much energy, or are you just coming off a workout or something?
Actually, I was about to go work out, so I always do have a lot of energy. But speaking of that, I do get pretty pumped. I don't know if you ever take beetroot powder, but it gets your blood flowing. There's a product by a brand called Raycon that I take it. It's called Big Noise. It has no stimulants, because if I had stimulants, I'd be doing backflips off the ceiling, seriously. So yeah, I take the no stimulant Big Noise, but no, right now I just natural energy, just feel good.
And Alex is asking when your next fight is. I think you said you're hoping next year sometime, right?
Yes, yeah, shooting for the beginning of the year sometime, probably the first quarter of the year. Gonna get a fight in, and obviously when I have my fight, I'm a person who likes to fight a lot, so have that fight, do my best. Hopefully my training pays off and everything, and I could have several more fights that year too.
And what about Colby? Yeah, sorry, your sister, does she have any fights coming up? Asks Lepido Light 2009.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Colby's going to have more fights coming up. Hopefully she fights soon too. I know the COVID stuff shut everything down, shut her gym down for a while out here in California, and then shut the travel down when no one could travel to Singapore for a while with Singapore's lockdown and stuff. So, and the US lockdown. But yeah, something that's really cool is I'm looking forward to it. So is Colby, us fighting on the same card in the future. That's going to be sick, because when me and Colby fight on the same card, we get extra pumped. So a lot of my fights before the UFC and stuff before were on the same card with Colby, and we would get crazy pumped. So yeah, it'd be super cool to watch for sure.
Oh, now I wanted to turn to something else.
Okay.
With you, a fan was saying that you have so much energy and you're so upbeat. What's a pet peeve? You gotta give us something. What is your pet peeve? What bothers you? When you're driving, maybe in the gym, something bothers you. Anything?
Man, let me see. mean, speaking of driving, right now I'm in LA. So, I mean, there's a lot of crazy traffic and stuff, but that doesn't really ever bother me. I'm like, people honk all the time and stuff. And that doesn't really bother me too much. I'm trying to think of a pet peeve that really bothers me. Man, it's hard to think of. I mean, I guess when sometimes people are like struggling or something maybe. And actually, I don't even know. I mean, that bothers me, someone struggling. I don't like seeing anybody struggle, but unless it's someone that I'm fighting, obviously I want to beat them. but just when I'm fighting them, you know. But man, I gotta think about that. I know one thing I don't like if I'm doing it myself is if you ever start like complaining about something and you're like, man, why am I complaining about something? Because like you got to realize the things that you have and the things that you have going on. Because like we were actually talking about that in Singapore, like people going through struggles and different things, especially like COVID. But like there's different things. Like even though maybe something bad's happening in a certain aspect of your life, you can look at the good thing. Maybe you're spending more time with your family or your husband or wife, or I don't know. So I can't really think of a pet peeve, but for myself, if I start complaining about something ever, I'm like, man, I need to stop complaining about this because I need to be thankful for this and this and this, you know? Always try to be thankful for what I can.
Maybe people that are entitled, when you see people that feel like they deserve things, maybe is that a pet peeve?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to think about it.
All right. We'll ask you again. We'll get you back on and we'll ask you again.
Sometimes if I'm chewing really loud, I hear myself chewing. I'm like, man, I need to stop chewing so loud.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely. I'll answer that later.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Obviously, Sage, you're a very positive, bubbly guy. But you got a question here, Tristan, saying, do you change when you enter that cage? Or are you just as happy when you're inside it? Do you develop a bit of a mean streak, something like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to there's got to be a switch that clicks. I mean, walking out there, you're already supposed to be focused, but when you get in there, then like your focus has to be like a laser focus. Be ready for everything. So yeah, you got to flip that switch. I mean, right now, like me standing here, if someone came inside this house right now or was trying to like take me out or like hurt me or something and I had to defend myself, I mean, instantly that switch flips. I mean, you're going to like defend yourself, So same thing when you walk in there. I mean, it's a sport, but that's what you train for, to be able to flip that switch like that and change it from there to like now you're fighting, And
Chris is asking, can we see the Lees against the Northcutts in submission grappling 2v2?
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. I mean, I'd be down for that. That'd be awesome. I love grappling.
That would have been good for the Apprentice.
Right? That would have been super cool. Man, that would have been awesome. Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to that. I was actually talking about grappling matches and stuff. Oh, man, grappling is so cool.
Rocker Cat asks, Sage, what are you looking forward to in married life?
Oh, yeah, congratulations on the engagement.
Man, thanks so much. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. We're both excited. My fiance Amanda is like super cool. I don't know if you guys see anything that she does, but she's an actress. She's on This Is Us. She was on a show called The Fosters.
I love This Is Us. That's like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, she was just filming recently. She plays a flashback of Sophie. Sophie's the one dating the older Kevin. She plays the younger Sophie. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, she's a flashback for that. And then she has voiceovers for all these shows you can imagine, like Amphibia, the ones on Netflix, Trolls. She's got like different anime ones, like super cool ones. So she's amazing. What I'm looking forward to the most, just getting to spend so much time with her. She's got a great personality, she's super funny. We're always making each other laugh. And then her family too is all really cool. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Paul asking you, Sage, will you eventually go back to welterweight?
Welterweight meaning, because I know the weight class are different, meaning probably
I guess
170, right? Because I know my last fight was 185. I could see me going back to 185 way in the future, like being like 30 years old in my prime or something, of course, but yeah, so I can see myself fighting either at 155 or 170 pounds, those two right now. Either one of those would be great for me. 185 at the moment, not happening at the moment, but those two would be good.
This is a comment from Alex Sage's Son Goku in human form. Awesome. Waiting for your next fight. Is that a reference to something I don't understand? Goku, is it?
Hey, go cute. Yeah. It might be the hair, maybe. If I had a little bit longer and it was glowing.
I'm
Have
pretty
you ever
bad
thought
with
about,
pop culture.
you know, switching up the hair, you know, maybe growing it long and getting the tongue po or something, you know?
Man, I thought about it. Kind of change up a little bit, making it more messy and stuff. So spiking it straight up, you know, get a little more style going. But yeah, no, I like. Okay, so like I was watching a show recently, thinking about like a walkout. Speaking of hair, thinking about a walkout for my next fight. You know, one championships they can dress up. They got the fireworks. You can do whatever you want. I was watching something, a Naruto show, and they got the Sage mode. I was like, wait a minute, Sage. I was like, Sage mode. That's when he's like crazy, like he's got all this energy and stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next fight walking out, but he's already got similar hair to me, so we'll see what happens for my walkout entrance.
You might have to parachute down from the roof or something.
Like, wear like a squirrel suit, like squirrel eyes. That'd be cool.
You also was doing some acting, right? I thought I saw something about a movie that you did.
Yeah, so I did. Okay, so I filmed. We did a pilot for Street Fighter based off the video game. That was going to get released to Netflix and start going, but I believe that they're waiting for the rights because I know the video game has the rights. I don't know how it works exactly, but they're waiting for the rights for that. So we'll see what happens with that. If not, hopefully they make a movie. I know they're talking about if it doesn't work out for making a show with the rights, and they can make a movie. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I got some headshots taken right before COVID happened. Literally like right before the next COVID shutdown happened, it was like getting ready. And then they shut down all the acting in LA. So unfortunately, I haven't got to go out on any auditions whatsoever. But when things open back up, I love to go out on auditions for action movies, like different TV shows, cool stuff like that.
So you're going to play Guile?
Actually, so for the what's it called? For Street Fighter, I was actually playing Ken Masters.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that fits too.
Ken
That fits too.
So,
I could see you playing either one though. I could see you Guile or Ken Masters.
right. I can see Guile too. Yep.
Yeah. I hope it works out for you. I think that would be fun to see, you know, especially on Netflix.
That'd be really cool, right?
Yeah.
If not, then some movies in the future. Definitely want to do that. For sure.
Sage, I dressed up as Ken Masters for Halloween as well.
Wait, did you really?
I'm gonna get you to judge my costume here.
I'll put up a picture.
Oh yeah, you gotta show me. I'm gonna judge it. All right.
Sorry, mate.
That sounds cool.
I'm sure it wasn't as good as you would look as Ken. Here we go.
Maybe he could be your stunt double.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Can you see that?
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm on the right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You get the outfit.
And he's got the gloves. And he's got the
I
gloves.
got the one gloves. Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of like Fat Ken. You know, I'm sure you do it much better, man.
Oh man, you're funny.
He's the SNL. He's the SNL version of you. You play Ken.
That's funny. Hey, that's a cool costume.
Yeah, man. It was okay. I need to get in shape like you. Yeah.
Man, thanks.
Damn, man. How do you do it? Is it like 5 workouts a day or what?
Man, it's being consistent. That's the big thing. But being consistent with your diet too. Like that's the main thing. Eating clean, because things add up. Like what you cook with. I mean, like if you're cooking with like olive oil, cooking with coconut oil, cooking with vegetable oil or Crisco, I don't know what it is. That all that stuff adds up for sure. So that's just extra calories, extra fat, different things. When you mix sodium with it, like binds in your body, or like protein synthesis. So many different things, like how your body metabolizes stuff, or like the food you mix. So yeah, I would say the main thing for diet, I mean, your body is how it's made in the kitchen, but obviously got to work out. I mean, doesn't matter what kind of genetics you have to work out and put in the work for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you return next year, man. It seems like we've been waiting for like, I don't even know how many years. It just feels, this year felt like 5 years, to be honest.
I know. Man,
with everything that was going on.
It was like forever to me.
Yeah, so it's good that you have kept busy with getting your health back to normal and getting it to 100% and staying in shape and keeping busy with like the acting and stuff as much as you can. So when you get back to Team Alpha Male, man, it's gonna hit the ground running. That's what it is, right?
You know it for sure. Training nonstop, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to come back. Yeah, since my last fight. Like you have those times when you just realize you're like, man, you got to like, I don't know. Like sometimes when you're, I don't know how to put it, I'm trying to think of the right words, but like when you're going at something for so long or a certain amount of time, you just kind of get used to going like with what's working and what's going with the flow instead of intelligently like thinking about different things and like kind of like you're going with your natural muscle memory, I guess, if that makes sense. So like now just like thinking about everything, going through my fights and all sorts of stuff and watching other fighters and stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to improve this. I have so many things I want to work on. So just over time, I think you're gonna see me improve quite a bit.
Are you still looking to do to go after the Muay Thai and the kickboxing belts in ONE as well? You talked about being, 3-sport competitor when you signed up. Is that still on the radar?
Oh yeah, absolutely. First fight back, I want to be MMA, but then absolutely after that, I plan on doing all that for sure. I mean, that's what's great about ONE championship. You can. So I definitely want to go for it. I grew up striking background, so I think it'd be great.
Still, a lot of people are interested in asking you food questions. John KL asking, do you use spices? Are you into spices in the food? We should get the Sage cookbook, I think. Right? Hey,
who's actually a friend of mine on Instagram, seems like a super cool guy, is Gordon Ramsay. One day I should use some of Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to send him a message because, man, he could probably teach me some cool cooking stuff, but how to spice my food stuff on the show, or I don't know. But yeah, no, I do use some spices sometimes. It depends what I'm doing. Depends for sure. But if you have any good spice ideas, you got to shoot them my way for sure.
Do you watch Gordon Ramsay's reaction videos where people send like videos of their food that they cooked and then he reacts to them?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen.
They're hilarious.
Yes. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, you should do that. You should start just sending him videos of your meals.
I'm just gonna make some stuff essentially. He's gonna be like, "It's all wrong, Sage. What are you doing? Come on."
All right, we'll make this the last food question. Sorry. What's your go-to lazy meal?
Go-to lazy meal?
Or like cheat meal, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so, I mean, if I'm being lazy, I'm probably going to pick up... Actually, I don't even know. Okay, my favorite meal ever, but it's not really like a lazy meal, I guess, because you got to go out to get it. I mean, I guess you could order it in, but always tastes better when you go out. Sushi. That's my favorite food. Like, I could eat like a bazillion pieces of sushi. I'll go with my family and we'll have contests to see who can eat the most pieces. I'll break like 50, 55-ish amount of pieces. I'll eat individual pieces. So it's pretty big too. So sushi's my favorite meal. Lazy meal though, probably just drinking egg whites. I don't even know if that counts as a meal. Just throw some egg whites in, just chug them. I don't even like probably like 10 egg whites, but does that even count though if you don't cook it? That's just raw. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta cook it. Come on, you gotta cook
it, right?
Yeah, you gotta cook the eggs.
I
think really people are obsessed with the food stuff is because that video that came out. I think it was on the Embedded when you were out there helping Woodley. His stamp, and then he put the salt on the chicken.
Oh man, I was like, okay, behind the scenes, I was like, man, what are you doing? Like, why are you putting that much? He goes, oh, you don't even know, Sage. He like flips it over and salts the other side. I was like, are you kidding me? This is crazy. Anyways, I tell you what, that salt makes you sweat though. Me and him will go running for miles and miles outside. Like even in the snow, you can ask him. One time it was like sleeting and then also started snowing hardcore. We were in Milwaukee, I think. And like literally we're outside running in the snow and like a tank top and like shorts or whatever. And it's snowing up underneath our face. And I'm still sweating. I'm like, man, this salt is getting me. So, but yeah, sweat's good for you. Cools you down. So if you need to be cooled down.
What have you talked to him? You know, he's in a somewhat of a slump, in his career right now, even though he's fighting the top guys in the world, but in a slump. Have you spoke with him recently and chatted with him?
No, I haven't recently. No. No, I mean, yeah, like you say, he's fighting top guys. Man, it's tough when you're going against the top guys, especially Willie have been the champion for all those fights and stuff. And you have all those guys that are hungry coming up trying to get him, all the top guys are really good. So that's tough. But yeah, hopefully he comes back soon, even stronger.
There's a lot of people screaming for him to retire. I think like that's something that fans, they're really premature about, do you see that? Because I'm pretty sure people probably said that to you when you got injured in your last fight, they're like, oh, he should retire, right? There was some talk about that.
That's just one fight. I mean, obviously it's an injury. You want to heal up completely and make sure you're good. But man, my last 3 fights before that, I had won all the last 3 fights, 3-fight win streak. My last fight in the UFC was at 170. I went up from 155 and I won by knockout. I fought the guy that Zach Otto that was, I believe he was a black belt jiu-jitsu and owned his own school too. So very talented guy. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing great. My one fight, I went up to 185. Obviously, mistake. Just some things going into the fight too. I'm not making any excuses, but yeah. So that was just one fight. That doesn't determine who I am or my previous fights or anything. That's only one fight. I'm so young. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm like turning into Wolverine. I got metal healing up fast. Yeah. So. Yep.
All right. Well, Sage, we got Ben Askins just joined in, so we got to bring him in and say thank you very much to you, Sage. We appreciate you joining us on the show. It's been great to catch up with you.
Yeah, man. Always good catching up.
Guys. Hey, try to get some info out of Ben. I know he's in Singapore right now.
Yeah. We'll push Ben.
I know he's not giving anything though, but good luck.
Well, we can't wait to see you back in the ring soon, man. Hope the recovery goes well, and yeah, it's going to be great when you're back in there.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be good.
Cheers, dude.
All right. Thanks for the time.
See you later. Bye.
See you later.